Joyful greetings to you from Jerusalem at the time of the Festival of Booths. In fact, it's been said if you haven't been in Jerusalem at the time of the Festival of Booths, the final harvest, you don't know what real rejoicing is. And it's right here in Leviticus chapter 23, verse 33. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of this 7th month shall be a feast of booths for 7 days to the Lord." And a little further down, "And you shall rejoice before the Lord your God for 7 days. You will dwell in booths, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God." And so the final harvest is not like at Passover, where you have the beginning of the barley harvest, or 7 weeks later, when you have the end of the wheat harvest, the early fruits, as they're sometimes called, the grain harvest. This is the fall of the year, the final harvest, with olives and dates and figs and pomegranates and grapes. And so we have these wonderful parallels: Passover, redemption from Egypt, and Easter, redemption from sin. Weeks, the end of that early grain harvest and the outpouring of the Holy Spirit. And so that is our Pentecost. And now at this greatest and most joyful harvest, we don't have any Christian parallel. What is the Lord reserving for this joyful celebration, this most joyful of the 3 annual festivals of biblical feasts? So I would like to very briefly share some of the joy of this last year at the Jerusalem Center for Bible Translators, where we've had, in addition to our 5-month language program, a number of Land of the Bible programs. And so in January, we had an open course for Bible translation consultants, most of whom have never had a chance to come to the Land of the Bible, the ones who advise the translators in their projects. Then we had a course in French for CEOs, director of Bible translation agencies under the United Bible Society, because they're the ones that control the purse strings, and if they haven't been here and don't know what grand resources are available in the land, they're less likely to fund their translators to come and have these experiences. We had 5 groups from the United Bible Society. After this one in French, we had one in Portuguese for Bible translators from Angola in West Africa. And then we had a group from all over South America, Ecuador, Peru, Central America, Guatemala, and what a grand variety of people from local ethnic groups coming to have a chance as Bible translators themselves to be exposed to the Land of the Bible. Then we had a group in Spanish from South America. So not only the Portuguese from Angola, Portuguese speaking, but from South America, the Spanish-speaking Bible translators. And now we just concluded a special course for translation officers. And they came from 18 different countries. And what a joy then, as we sat down at the evaluation session and they shared what they have learned. This is what we do with every group that comes. And for them to realize the resources that are here, and to see the Bible sites and then be able to translate more accurately and more excitedly even, is such a joy. Now the upcoming groups are going to be a group, we're praying that they will come, of Chinese. And the course will be conducted in Chinese. And after them, Spanish-speaking CEOs. Again, more of these, not French-speaking, but this time Spanish-speaking chief executive officers who can then open their hearts and purse strings to the work of Bible translation based on actual physical sight and experience in the land. Then we have in November a course on the biblical Hebrew Psalms with Linnell Zogbo and Ernst Wendland. So we've had 8 short-term Land of the Bible groups this semester. And we just want to share with you the joy of how we're needing prayer because of being overwhelmed with this growing interest in the land. And so that's my concluding comment, the desire for prayer, especially as we have our 5-month language program in 2019 geared for French-speaking Bible translators, where the instruction and the guiding around the country will all be in French. And we need prayer now in choosing the right ones of the candidates who have applied and in getting visas for them all, and then being able to pray their way through to coming and learning and experiencing and rejoicing, and then going back to be a blessing. That's what we're all about. Blessed to be a blessing. And as we've had some 240 students who've come for the longer language program, we rejoice over you and your part in making this possible, and just are living in hopeful, joyful anticipation of how you will continue your prayers and your support for the Jerusalem Center of Bible Translators, greeting you now at the time of the Feast of Booths from Jerusalem.